Let's jump right into one of the most iconic physical transformations in modern Hollywood history. We're breaking down exactly how Chris Evans built his legendary Captain America physique in this explainer. It's a transformation that completely redefined what it takes to look like a big screen superhero, literally setting the gold standard for the modern superhero formula. I mean, the difference from his starting point to the final result is just staggering. Evans went from being a naturally lean actor to his final form, that classic superhero look. We're talking massive, broad shoulders, a heavily muscled chest, powerful arms, and a tight, lean waist. But here's the thing. Achieving this wasn't just about getting as huge as humanly possible. It required a really delicate balance. He had to pack on heavy muscle mass while strictly maintaining the functional mobility and athleticism needed to pull off those intense, acrobatic action scenes. So here is our blueprint for today. We're going to construct this superhero physique from the ground up across 4 key pillars: the core philosophy, the superhero split, fueling the muscle, and finally, recovery and realism. Starting off with section 1, the core philosophy. Because, you don't just wander aimlessly into a weight room and walk out looking like an Avenger. Before Evans even touched a single dumbbell, he needed a foundational mindset and a highly structured approach. Notice what's completely missing from his core training goals. He wasn't training to hit massive powerlifting numbers. He wasn't just trying to see how much weight he could possibly move for bragging rights. Instead, the focus was entirely on lean muscle growth, functional strength, and perfect symmetry and aesthetics. This whole approach was designed to create a balanced, athletic physique that not only looked amazing on camera, but moved flawlessly in real life. Things like joint health, mobility, and consistent recovery were prioritized just as heavily as the actual iron he was pushing. And driving all of that effort is this one foundational fitness concept: progressive overload. Basically, this means gradually increasing your weights, adding repetitions when it makes sense, strictly improving your exercise technique, and tracking your workouts consistently. So the crucial takeaway here is that you do not need to double the weight on the bar overnight. It's actually those small, calculated improvements over time that compound and ultimately deliver these Hollywood-level results. All right, let's move right into section 2, the superhero split. This is where we break down the actual weekly routine and the mechanics he used to stimulate all that massive muscular growth. The entire foundation of his physique was built on compound movements. We are talking about major, multi-joint exercises that force several different muscle groups to work together simultaneously. Honestly, it is the absolute best return on investment for your time in the gym, super efficiently developing overall body mass and balanced strength. We're looking at the absolute classics here: the bench press, squats, pull-ups, deadlifts, overhead press, rows, lunges, and dips. You're not going to find fancy, complicated machines in this list. These are old-school, grueling, foundational lifts. They are the absolute drivers of the Captain America aesthetic. If you want those broad shoulders and a thick back, you build it using the pull-up, the overhead press, and the row. Now, how did he actually structure this? With a relentless 6-day split. Monday was dedicated entirely to the chest and triceps, followed by back and biceps on Tuesday, and then legs on Wednesday. By Thursday, he's hammering his shoulders, Friday is arms and core, and Saturday is reserved just for conditioning. This strategy is brilliant because it lets you put maximum focus and intensity into one specific area, completely exhausting it to force growth, while all the other muscles get to sit back and recover. I really want to focus on Saturday for a second. You might think someone trying to get this huge would avoid cardio like the plague, right? But check out this breakdown. 15 to 20 minutes of high-intensity interval training, followed by hitting the rowing machine and battle ropes, and finishing up with mobility drills and foam rolling. This session improves crucial cardiovascular fitness and keeps him incredibly athletic, all without burning away the hard-earned muscle he spent Monday through Friday building up. And woven seamlessly throughout that incredibly demanding week was some serious core work. Core strength isn't just about having visible abs for a shirtless scene. It's absolutely vital for posture, stability, and overall athletic movement. Exercises like hanging leg raises, cable crunches, and planks were heavily integrated to stabilize his spine during the heavy lifting. Plus, it gave him the core power needed to perform safely during demanding action scenes, like, physically holding a helicopter from taking off. Moving right along to section 3, fueling the muscle. We are shifting our focus from the gym floor straight to the kitchen. You can lift all the heavy weights in the world, but intense resistance training requires highly strategic nutrition if you want to actually build new tissue. His daily meal plan perfectly illustrates exactly what it takes on the food front. For breakfast, we're talking a massive bowl of egg whites mixed with whole eggs, oatmeal, blueberries, and Greek yogurt. Lunch is your staple fitness meal: grilled chicken breast, brown rice, and broccoli. Around his workout, he's fueling up with a banana, peanut butter, whey protein, and white rice. Then dinner is salmon, sweet potatoes, and green vegetables, wrapping the whole day up with cottage cheese before bed. This high-protein, clean-carb system is exactly what fueled his muscle growth so efficiently, keeping him in a moderate calorie surplus without gaining unnecessary body fat. But food is only part of the equation here. We absolutely cannot forget that proper hydration is essential for muscle performance, recovery, and your overall health. I mean, when you're sweating through a heavy 6-day split, staying hydrated is just non-negotiable. Now, keep in mind, your exact fluid needs are going to vary depending on your body size, your activity level, and your environment, but drinking enough water is the absolute foundational rule for muscle recovery. Which brings us to our final pillar, Section 4, Recovery and Realism. Honestly, this is the unsung hero of the entire transformation. We really need to remember that you don't actually build muscle while you're lifting weights. You're just breaking the muscle down in the gym. The actual growth, that happens exclusively when you rest. 7 to 9. That is the magic, critical window of quality sleep hours that must be prioritized every single night to ensure consistent recovery. Without 7 to 9 hours of sleep, your body simply cannot properly synthesize the protein you just ate or repair the muscle fibers you tore up during those heavy compound lifts. And that is exactly why Sunday is held sacred in this routine. The Sunday rest day focus revolves completely around walking, stretching, dedicated recovery, and of course, getting that high-quality sleep. Sunday is utilized entirely for active recovery and rest. It's all about letting your central nervous system calm down so your body is armed and fully ready for the next grueling week of progressive overload. Now, you might be listening to all of this and wondering, can a beginner actually follow this routine? Yes, absolutely. And what's really interesting here is that it proves this Hollywood routine isn't some secretive, magical formula. It relies on foundational fitness principles that can be adapted for anyone, no matter where your fitness level is currently at. But you do have to be smart about how you adapt it. Here are some really actionable beginner modifications. Start with lighter weights. Take the time to genuinely learn proper technique first. Perform fewer sets initially and just increase your intensity gradually over time. Your focus should always be on consistency and good form, rather than letting your ego dictate the weight on the bar. Remember, you want to stimulate the muscle, not destroy your joints. And that leads to a very important reality check for anyone undertaking this kind of journey. Be patient. While anyone can build a leaner, stronger physique through consistent training and nutrition, building real muscle takes time. You also have to remember that your genetics, your specific body type, and individual lifestyle factors heavily influence your visible results. So keep your expectations realistic and focus entirely on your own personal progress week over week, rather than comparing yourself to a movie screen. Which leaves us with one final crucial question to ask yourself as we wrap up this explainer. Are you willing to put in the invisible work of diet and recovery to achieve visible superhero results? Because the magic isn't just in the dumbbell. It's heavily dependent on the discipline, the food, and the sleep. So, do you have the patience and consistency required to truly execute this blueprint? It is absolutely something to think about before you step into the gym for your next workout.